If you wish to build unshakable self-confidence, you would do well to heed the wisdom of the Stoics. These ancient philosophers believed that true strength lies not in controlling external events, but in mastering our responses to them. It's not what happens that matters, Marcus Aurelius wrote. It's how we respond to what happens. This central tenet of Stoicism reminds us that while we cannot dictate what life throws our way, we hold complete power over reactions, decisions, and attitudes. It is within this realm of control that confidence is forged. One of the most profound lessons in Stoic thought comes from the idea of nerve. There's a famous anecdote involving Kurt Vonnegut and Joseph Heller, two celebrated authors. At a lavish party hosted by a billionaire, Vonnegut teased Heller by saying, "This man made more money last week than your book Catch-22 will earn in its entire lifetime." Heller calmly replied, "I have something he will never have, enough." This concept echoes the wisdom of Seneca, who quotes Epicurus, "If you do not regard what you have as enough, you will never be happy, even if you rule the entire world." Gratitude for what we have builds a foundation for confidence, as it shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. When we embrace enough, every additional blessing becomes a bonus rather than a necessity. This mindset liberates us from the relentless pursuit of external validation and allows us to find peace within ourselves. The 7 Stoic Don'ts offer a practical framework for cultivating self-confidence by focusing on what truly matters while discarding habits and mindsets that erode inner strength. The first, "Don't complain," serves as a cornerstone for resilience and personal growth. When we complain, even to ourselves, we reinforce a mindset of helplessness and negativity, draining energy that could be used for constructive action. Complaining creates an echo chamber of dissatisfaction, turning minor inconveniences into exaggerated grievances that distort our perspective. By consciously refraining from complaints, we foster an attitude of gratitude and problem-solving, which reinforces confidence in our ability to handle challenges. As Marcus Aurelius advises, it's important to focus on what can be done and to avoid the indulgence of self-pity, which weakens resolve and saps mental strength. The second principle, "Don't talk more than you listen," highlights the importance of humility and learning in building confidence. Zeno of Sicham's observation that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason serves as a reminder to prioritize listening over speaking. When we listen attentively, we not only learn from others, but also demonstrate respect and empathy, qualities that strengthen relationships and our sense of self-worth. Excessive talking, on the other hand, often stems from insecurity or a need to dominate conversations, which can backfire by alienating others and eroding authentic connections. Listening allows us to process information thoughtfully and respond with greater clarity and purpose, enhancing our confidence in communication. The third principle, "Don't tie your identity to possessions," addresses the fragility of confidence rooted in materialism. Material possessions, while enjoyable, are impermanent and beyond our full control, making them a shaky foundation for self-worth. When our sense of identity is tied to external things, such as wealth, status, or physical appearance, we become vulnerable to loss and comparison. Stoicism teaches us to value inner virtues, such as wisdom, courage, and kindness, over external possessions which are fleeting. By detaching our identity from material wealth, we free ourselves from the anxiety of keeping up with others and the fear of losing what we have, thereby fostering a deeper and more enduring sense of confidence rooted in who we are rather than what we own. The fourth principle, "Don't compare yourself to others," is a powerful antidote to envy and insecurity. Comparison is often called the thief of joy because it shifts our focus from our own journey to the achievements or possessions of others, creating unnecessary feelings of inadequacy. Instead of measuring success by external standards, Stoicism encourages us to focus on our own progress and efforts. By setting personal goals and celebrating incremental improvements, we build confidence in our abilities and achievements, independent of others' opinions or accomplishments. This inward focus allows us to appreciate our unique strengths and to find satisfaction in the path we are carving for ourselves. Don't suffer imagined troubles. The fifth principle is a reminder to avoid borrowing stress from hypothetical scenarios that may never materialize. As Seneca wisely observed, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Worrying about what might happen only serves to magnify fear and diminish our capacity to address present challenges. By staying grounded in the present moment and focusing on actionable steps, we reduce unnecessary anxiety and conserve energy for meaningful endeavors. For example, instead of worrying about a future presentation, we can prepare thoroughly in practice, turning our attention to what is within our control. This shift not only reduces fear but also builds confidence in our ability to handle future challenges. The sixth principle, don't judge others harshly, encourages us to extend compassion and understanding to others while holding ourselves accountable to high standards. When we judge others harshly, we often project insecurities onto them, which undermines our own sense of self-worth. Instead, by being tolerant of others' mistakes and recognize shared humanity, we cultivate empathy and humility. Marcus Aurelius advised being strict with the lenient with others, a balance that fosters personal growth without alienating others. By focusing on improving our own character rather than criticizing others, we build confidence in our integrity and authenticity. The final principle, don't overindulge, underscores the importance and self-discipline in maintaining confidence and balance. Overindulgence, whether in food, drink, entertainment, or other pleasures, can lead to feelings of guilt, lethargy, and diminished self-control. By practicing moderation, we demonstrate mastery over our desires and impulses, which strengthen self-respect and confidence. Voluntary restraint also enhances our appreciation for pleasures by preventing them from becoming sources of dependency or distraction. Together, these 7 Stoic don'ts provide a comprehensive framework for cultivating confidence by fostering resilience, self-discipline, and a focus on what truly matters. By integrating these principles into daily life, we create a solid foundation for enduring confidence rooted in character and purpose. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher, emperor of Rome, left behind term in his personal reflections, now known as Meditations. His teachings continue to resonate as a guide for navigating life's complexities with resilience, focus, and integrity. Among the many lessons Marcus Aurelius imparted, 3 stand out for their practical application to modern life. The first is the emphasis on response over reason. Marcus observed that obstacles are not inherently negative but rather opportunities for growth, famously stating, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This perspective invites us to shift our mindset when confronted with challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, we can view them as stepping stones that test and refine our character. For example, imagine encountering a significant setback at work, such as a failed project or a missed promotion. The immediate reaction might be frustration or despair, but by pausing to reflect, you can reframe the situation as a chance to learn and improve. Perhaps the failure reveals gaps in your knowledge or skills, providing clarity on where to focus your efforts. Each setback, when approached with this mindset, becomes a teacher that helps you grow stronger and more capable. Marcus's lesson reminds us that while we cannot control external events, we have complete control over our responses, and it is in those responses that our true power lies. The second essential lesson, ask. This serves as a guide for simplifying and prioritizing our lives. Marcus urged himself and his readers to erase distractions and focus on what truly matters, writing. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. This principled discernment helps us cut through the noise of daily life and direct our energy toward meaningful pursuits. For instance, consider the endless stream of notifications and demands that compete for our attention. Without conscious effort, it's easy to become overwhelmed and scattered, chasing tasks that add little value to our long-term goals. By consistently asking, "Is this essential?" you create a mental filter that prioritizes purpose over business. This lesson is not limited to productivity, but extends to relationships, commitments, and even thoughts. If a particular friendship or activity no longer aligns with your values or brings fulfillment, it may be time to let it go. Similarly, when you find yourself ruminating on past aches or worrying about hypothetical problems, this question can redirect your focus to the present moment and actionable steps. By embracing this practice, you free yourself from the weight of the non-essential, creating space for clarity, purpose, and peace. The third lesson, memento mori, or remember you will die, is perhaps the most profound. While it may seem morbid at first glance, this principle is a powerful reminder to live fully and intentionally. Marcus frequently reflected on mortality, writing, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Far from inducing fear, this awareness of life's brevity sharpens your priorities and encourages you to focus on what truly matters. Imagine a scenario where you're hesitating to pursue a dream or mend a strained relationship. The thought of your finite time on Earth can throw the push needed to act, reminding you that life's opportunities are fleeting. Memento mori also fosters gratitude by highlighting the impermanence of everything we hold dear. When you acknowledge that each interaction with loved ones could be your last, you're more likely to approach those moments with presence and appreciation. This lesson also helps dissolve petty grievances and trivial worries. When viewed through the lens of mortality, many of the conflicts and frustrations that our minds seem insignificant, freeing us to focus on what brings joy, connection, and meaning. By integrating these three lessons, responding with prioritizing the essential and embracing mortality, you cultivate a life of resilience, clarity, and depth. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom serves guide, reminding us that while we cannot control the length of our lives, we can profoundly shape their quality through the choices we make each day. Turning adversity into confidence is a powerful transformation that lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy. Adversity, while often painful and challenging, is one of life's greatest teachers, offering to develop resilience, strength, and self-belief. The Stoics understood that confidence is not born a life free of hardship, but is cultivated through the deliberate and courageous engagement with difficulty. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom is the idea that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can always choose how we respond, and it is in this response that confidence is furthered. For instance, consider the experience of failure, which is often viewed as a setback but can be a catalyst for growth. When a person faces failure and uses it as an opportunity to analyze their mistakes, learn new skills and adapt, they emerge stronger and more capable. Each failure overcome becomes a testament to their resilience, reinforcing the belief that they can handle future challenges. This mindset shifts the focus from fear of failure to an appreciation of its value as a stepping stone to success. Adversity also reveals the depth of our inner strength. When confronted with significant challenges, such as a health crisis, a career setback, or a personal loss, we are forced to confront our limits and push beyond them. These moments of struggle often reveal a reservoir of courage and tenacity that we not have realized we possessed. For example, a person who endures and overcomes the hardship of a loved one may discover a newfound capacity for compassion and empathy, which strengthens their confidence in their ability to navigate life's emotional complexities. Similarly, someone who perseveres through a demanding physical challenge, such as completing a marathon, gains not only physical endurance but also the mental fortitude to face other areas of life with determination. Adversity also teaches us the importance of perspective. When life is smooth and unchallenging, it is easy to take our abilities and circumstances for granted. However, facing hardship often prompts a deeper appreciation for our strengths and blessings. Consider the story of someone who loses their job unexpectedly. While the initial shock and uncertainty may be overwhelming, this adversity can become an opportunity to reassess their career path, develop new skills, or pursue a passion they've long neglected. As they navigate this transition and eventually find a new opportunity, they build confidence in their ability to adapt and thrive, even in the face of uncertainty. This reframing of adversity as a source of growth is a key element of turning challenges into confidence. Stoicism teaches us that it is not our interpretation of it that shapes our experience. By choosing to see adversity as a test of character rather than an insurmountable obstacle, we empower ourselves to act with courage and purpose. This perspective is reinforced by senior devotion. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Just as muscles grow stronger through resistance, our minds and spirits are fortified through the trials we endure. Another critical aspect of turning confidence is the development of self-discipline. Adversity often requires us to step outside our comfort zones, confront our fears, and take consistent action or discomfort. For instance, a person recovering from a financial setback may need to adopt new habits such as budgeting, saving, and seeking additional income streams. While these actions may initially feel restrictive or challenging, the discipline they cultivate leads to a sense of empowerment and control over one's circumstances. Over time, this self-discipline becomes a source of confidence, as it demonstrates the ability to take charge of one's life and overcome obstacles. Furthermore, adversity often provides opportunities to connect with others and draw strength from community. When we face difficulties, reaching out for support and sharing our struggles can foster a sense of belonging and mutual resilience. For example, someone going through a tough time might join a support group where they not only receive encouragement, but also inspire others with their journey. These connections remind us that we are not alone in challenges and that together we can overcome even the greatest hardships. This sense of shared resilience reinforces confidence in our ability to face adversity as part of a larger human experience. Lastly, adversity helps us develop a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. When we confront and overcome challenges, we often emerge with a clear understanding of our values and priorities. For instance, surviving a serious illness might inspire someone to prioritize health, relationships, and personal growth, while overcoming a professional setback might lead to realization that true fulfillment comes from meaningful work rather than external recognition. These insights create a sense of direction and purpose that fuels confidence, as they remind us that our lives are shaped by circumstances but by the choices we make in response to them. By integrating these lessons, we transform adversity from a source of fear and doubt into a wellspring of strength and self-belief, allowing us to approach future challenges with confidence and resilience. Embracing the journey is a mindset that transforms how we approach life, emphasizing the value of the process over the destination. In a world often fixated on outcomes, this perspective invites us to focus on growth, learning, and the moments that shape who we are along the way. Life is not a series of milestones, but experiences, each offering lessons, challenges, and opportunities for self-discovery. When we shift our attention from the end goal to the journey itself, we unlock a deeper sense of fulfillment and resilience. Imagine climbing a mountain. While reaching the summit is undoubtedly rewarding, with its trials, triumphs, and breathtaking views along the way, is what truly defines the experience. This principle applies to all aspects of life, from pursuing a career to building relationship personal skills. By embracing the journey, we learn to appreciate the effort, perseverance, and small victories that propel us forward, rather than becoming consumed by the pressure to achieve perfection or immediate success. One of the most profound benefits of the ability to find meaning in adversity. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but when viewed as integral parts of the journey, they become opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to success. For example, consider an athlete training for a marathon. Injuries, fatigue, and moments of doubt are all part of the process, yet each difficulty overcome adds to their strength and determination. Similarly, in our personal lives, navigating conflicts in relationships or overcoming failures at work teaches us resilience, empathy, and problem-solving skills. These experiences not only shape our character but to deepen our appreciation for the journey itself. as we recognize the value of the lessons learned along the way. Embracing the journey also encourages us to remain present, fully engaged in the here and now rather than constantly fixating on the future. This presence allows us to savor the beauty of every moment and to find joy in simple pleasures such as sharing a meal with loved ones, exploring nature, or immersing ourselves in a creative endeavor. When we focus solely on the destination, we risk missing these fleeting yet profound experiences that enrich our lives. For instance, a student who views education solely as a means to secure a high-paying job may overlook the intrinsic value of learning, the connections made with peers, and the sense of accomplishment that comes from mastering a new concept. By embracing the journey, we cultivate a mindset that values the process of becoming rather than simply arriving. This perspective also fosters a sense of patience and self-compassion. In a culture that often glorifies speedification, it's easy to feel disheartened when progress seems slow or success feels out of reach. Embracing the journey reminds us that growth at each step, no matter how small, contributes to our overall development. It encourages us to celebrate incremental progress and to treat ourselves with kindness when we stumble, recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of any meaningful endeavor. For example, someone learning to play a musical instrument with difficult pieces or feel frustrated by their lack of speed. But by focusing on the joy of practice and the gradual improvement that comes with dedication, they can stay motivated and engaged. Another key aspect of embracing the journey is the understanding that success is not a fixed point, but a continuous process of evolution. Achieving a goal often leads to the realization that there is more to learn, explore, and achieve. This cycle is not a source of dissatisfaction, but a testament to the richness of life's possibilities. Consider an entrepreneur who builds a successful business. Reaching profitability or earning recognition is certainly rewarding, but the true fulfillment often comes from the creative problem-solving, innovation, and connections made along the way. Similarly, in connectships, the milestones we celebrate, anniversaries, shared achievements, or moments of reconciliation, are meaningful not because they mark an end, but because they reflect the ongoing effort and commitment invested in nurturing those connections. Embracing the journey also helps us refine a relationship with failure. Instead of viewing it as a sign of inadequacy or a reason to give up, we can see failure as an essential part of the learning process. Every misstep teaches us something valuable, whether it's a new strategy, a clearer understanding of our priorities, or a reminder of our resilience. For example, a scientist conducting experiments may encounter numerous failed trials before arriving at a breakthrough, yet each failure brings them closer to success. This perspective not only builds confidence but instills a sense of curiosity and openness to new possibilities as we learn to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as threats to our self-worth. Embracing the journey also involves cultivating gratitude for the present moment. When we focus solely on what we hope to achieve, we risk overlooking the blessings and we already have. Taking time to reflect on what we've accomplished, the relationships we've built, and the experiences that have shaped us helps us maintain perspective and fosters a sense of contentment. For instance, someone working toward a fitness goal might by slow progress, but by appreciating the strength and discipline they've developed along the way, they can stay motivated and enjoy the process. Gratitude shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant, creating a foundation of positivity that sustains us through life's ups and downs. Ultimately, embracing the journey is about recording that life is not a race to be won, but a path to be explored with curiosity, courage, and an open heart. It encourages us to let go of the need for validation and to find fulfillment in the act of living itself. By shifting our focus from external marker is the intrinsic value of our experiences, we create a more meaningful and balanced approach to life. This mindset allows us to navigate challenges with resilience, celebrate progress with joy, and approach each day with a sense of wonder and purpose. Whether we're pursuing personal goals, building relationships, or simply striving to live authentically, embracing the journey reminds us that the true rewards lie not in reaching the destination but in the moment's lessons and growth we encounter along the way.